Welcome to Manflow Yoga. It's yoga for guys.
Hi guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing a lot of the poses that we've reviewed in the last couple weeks in my instructional videos. We're also going to introduce some new poses, but we're going to try and bring together everything that I've been teaching and show you what a normal yoga session would look like. So let's get into it. So starting push back into a down dog for now. Come to your knees with your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And you're just going to reach your left arm out as far as you can, and then reach your right leg out and extend it back as far as you can. You're not lifting it up, you're just pushing it as far as you can back. Engage your core here, you're just warming up your body. So just breathe. Get into good breathing right now. You really want to start off with controlled breathing. If you go into it too fast and you're breathing uncontrolled, you're not going to have a good session at all. You really need to focus on your breath right from the start. Just breathe, pushing out as far as you can in both directions, and then bring back. So right knee comes to rest, left hand comes back. Now you're going to reach your right hand out as far as you can, reach your left foot back as far as you can, and imagine your body in a line going from your back toe all the way to your middle finger in your front right hand. Your body's in a line here. Your core's engaged, so you're warming up your core here as well as the rest of your body. And reach, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and come back. And do one more to each side, so left arm comes up, right leg's back, reach, breathing, breathing, and exhaling. Come back. Right hand comes up, left leg back. Breathe in. Core's engaged here, remember, pushing in both directions. One more breath in and out. So from here you're going to root your back feet, toes come under, hands come to wherever you would be in your down dog. I prefer them to be a little wider. You might like them in more, I like them wider, so I want to put them out wide. And push back into a down dog. And when you're in your initial down dog, your first down dog of the day, you really want to pedal your legs out here. So walk your dog back and forth, as they call it. Because you're not warmed up yet. You're not ready to just go back and push your heels into the ground. You have to ease into it. So we're walking back and forth, just doing what feels good. Maybe stretch your side body. Just getting ready for the workout. Okay. Now from here, you're going to lift your right leg up, three-legged dog, bring it forward to meet your hands, and root your knee, your left knee, and then tops of toes come to touch the mat, and you're just going to reach up and do a low lunge. So this is the beginning of a Crescent Warrior. Just opening up your hips, and when you're in this position, you want to concentrate on pulling your right hip back in and kind of pushing your left hip forward. So bringing your hips together, bringing them in a line so it's not lopsided, but so that your hips are aligned properly. You're going to root your hands now. Root your back foot so that your toes are on the ground. Push back into three-legged dog. And just come back to the mat. Right in front here. Front leaning position. Left leg's going to come up, doing the same thing. Bring it forward to meet your hands. And remember, using your core strength to do that. You don't want to come up here and just, lunge your body in. You want to bring your core strength in under control. So squeeze your abs in to get this foot high, and then root it. Then lower your knee, your back knee. Flip your feet so that your tops of your toes are on the ground, and then push up into a low lunge. Pulling your left hip back, pulling your right hip up. And place your hands here, place your hands on the ground here if you want. Just whatever you need to do to start opening up your hip and breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhaling. Root your hands. Root your back foot so that tops of toes are off the ground and bottom of the toes are on. Bring your left leg back, three-legged dog, and come to rest in a front lean rest position. Your hands should be your hands should be under your shoulders. Your feet should be pushing back, your heels should be pushing back, and your head's pulling yourself forward, so your core is engaged here. Your neck is not up, it's not down, it's in a line with your spine, with the rest of your body. Trying to extend your body as long as possible. Bring your right leg up again. We're gonna go do some forehead to knees, and then we're gonna go into a lunge. So, three-legged dog, right leg comes up, and bring your nose to your knee. Inhale. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale. And you're going to bring your foot all the way forward this time between your hands. Exhaling. Let your knee drop. Come into that low lunge you were in before. And when you're ready, root your back foot, hands on hips, bring yourself into a Crescent Warrior. So again, concentrating on pulling this hip back, your right hip back in this case, and pulling your left hip forward. Making sure that your core is engaged, turn your pelvis slightly up, engage your core, reach up, like this, gaze forward, and breathing. Go down a little deeper into the pose. Bend down. Make sure that you have a 90-degree angle here, that your knee is not too far over. If your knee's too far over, adjust your pose a little bit. Adjust your stance so that you have a bit of a wider stance. Make sure that you're pushing back on this heel. Your heel should be over your ankle here. Remember, we're just warming up right now, so you don't need to take it all the way. You don't need to go as hard as you can. You're just warming up. Hands are right here. And root your hands. Get ready to come back into a three-legged dog. So lift your right leg up using core strength. Three-legged dog. Bring it back down. And we're going to go to left leg now. So left leg comes up, just like we were doing before. Knee to nose. So exhaling, bring your nose to knee. Inhale. Exhale, 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 bring your foot in front to your hands. Let your knee drop. You should have about 6 inches between this foot and that back foot. So you're not just pushing up. They're not just in a line like this. They're a little spread out. Leaning down, so you're getting into the stretch, so you're opening up your hips. Remember, plugging your left hip back into the socket, bringing your right hip up. Then you're going to flip your back foot, so the toes are on the ground. Push up, hands on hips. Push heel back. Make sure that you have a 90-degree angle here. Pull your pelvis up, pull your pelvis up, slight tilt, engage core, and then reach up. Bend deeper into the pose here, so just breathe into it. As you inhale, you get taller. As you exhale, you breathe into the pose, you get deeper. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna hold this for a little bit longer. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring your hands to frame your foot. Lift your left foot up with your core. Bring it back into a three-legged dog. come forward to a front leaning rest position. Let your knees touch the ground. And then just lower your body down, easy. Slide your body out. So you've got a straight body now on the ground. Press your backs, press the tops of your feet into the ground. And then use your lower body and your lower legs, and your lower back to reach up. Inhaling. Not using your hands here, not using your chest to push yourself up. And then exhale, push back into a down dog. Just stay in down dog for a sec. Hopefully you're a little more warmed up now, so we're gonna go into some other poses. We're gonna go into chair pose right now. So look forward, bend your knees, come off your heels, and then walk forward. Bring your feet close to your hands. We're gonna go through our first flow of the day. So half lift. Remember, long straight back, and then exhale. Inhale. Come to stand, Tadasana. Bring your hands above your head. Reach, maybe interlock your thumbs. Slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. And exhale. When you're gonna reach your feet back, one at a time, and you go through your flow. Lower down with your elbows tucked into your sides. Come up into a down dog. Reaching up, using your legs and your lower back, and then push back into a down dog. Exhaling. Don't be afraid to breathe deep here. People try to control their breath in yoga a lot too much. But when, sometimes you just need to let out a big breath. So breathe in. So everybody with me, breathe in. And we're gonna breathe out what's called a lion's breath now. So let your tongue out and just gasp everything out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. Toes, come up to your toes, heels forward, knees forward, look forward, jump or walk forward. Bring your hands lightly to your feet. Bring your feet lightly to your hands. Half lift. Hands come up your shins. Neck in line. Back long. Exhale. Folding. And then inhaling, you're going to come to chair pose. So chair pose, you're going to squeeze your knees together, squeeze your thighs together, reach your hands up, and when you look down, make sure that you can still see your toes. Hands are up here. And your chair pose might look like this. That's okay. I've done a lot of squatting, so that sounded weird. Anyways, I've done a lot of lower body stuff, so I have a pretty deep chair pose. But a lot of people don't. So maybe you're just here. That's fine. Maybe you're a little lower. Just make sure that you can see the tops of your toes right through this little gap in your knee. Squeeze your legs together. Make sure you have a long spine. Engage your core here. Bring it in. Again, that's so central to yoga, using your core. Use your core here, and then reach up. A few more breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Go a little deeper. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Everything down. Go. Forward fold. And you're going to come up into a half lift. Forward fold. Come all the way up now. Inhale. Reach your hands up above your head. Pretend like you're holding the world. Pretend like you're holding a big beach ball. And then come to Tadasana. With your hands to your sides, palms open. Long back, long straight back. Knees slightly bent. Pelvis again engaged. Core engaged, pelvis slightly tilted up. Engage your quadriceps here, squeeze. And breathe. Try and find some balance here. Be aware of where your feet are. You can close your eyes if you want. Get in touch with your body, figure out what's going on. One deep breath in. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to bring your hands to prayer now. And we're going to prepare for some back openers. So, a lot of the time in yoga, men will tend to use their upper body to crank their back open. So I'm going to do this initially so you know what the feeling's like when you're trying to open your back up. Just want you to breathe in, extend, so long spine as you breathe in, and then twist to the right, using your core to do so. Using your inner body, using your inner muscles to do so. And try and keep your hand in front of your heart, and just twist. Inhaling and exhaling under control. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to middle. And inhale. Exhale. Turn to left now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale and come back to middle. Lower down all the way, forward fold. Half lift. Lower down. Chair pose. Hands come up. And now we're going to go into a back opener. Modification of chair pose. So remember, make sure that your biceps are framing your ears here, that you've got a nice long spine, and your core's engaged, your upper, your pelvis is tilted slightly upwards, and you can see your toes. Pretend like you're sitting down. That's why it's called chair pose. You sit down on something. So bring your hands to prayer. Make sure you've got a nice long spine. And then exhaling, you're going to turn to the right. Rest your elbow right on the outside of your right knee. Make sure that you're using your core to twist again. You're not just cranking your body open with your elbow right here. Your elbow just rests here. It's not a fulcrum for you to push your body open. Your core opens your body. Your core opens your back. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And again, your butt should be below your knees right here. You're still in a chair pose. So if it's up here, you're up. If I'm too low, if I'm too high, I'm up. But your butt should be below your knees. And your knees should still be in line with one another. They shouldn't be, going in front of one another. So keep one more breath here. Exhale. Inhale. Turn your body and forward fold. We're going to go into peace finger grip here. Stretch your calves out a little bit. So take your ring finger and your middle finger. Take your index finger and your middle finger, wrap them around your big toe. Pull your body down. Make sure that your body's into your thighs right here. Wrap your fingers around. Make sure that your body's into your thighs again. So bend your knees as much. And then start reaching up. Start pulling your body back. Start extending your hamstrings. Let your head hang loose. You don't need that here. It's 10 weight. It's a 10-pound weight. Just let it fall. Let it help bring your body more. Let it help loosen up your hamstrings. And then pull actively with these fingers to pull your body down so you get a deeper stretch. Engage your biceps. Couple more breaths here. Maybe straighten out your legs a little bit. Last breath. Exhale. Now release your hands. Bring your feet back together, feet and heels back together. Half lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Biceps frame my ears. Pelvis slightly up, core engaged. Lowering down in my chair pose, like I'm sitting down on something. Make sure you can still see the tops of your toes. You don't want to be over here. Be back. You should actually be able to lift your toes here, so just go ahead and lift all your toes up. The weight is in the back of your feet, the middle of your feet, not in your toes. Engage your shin muscles here. This helps prevent shin splints, strengthening those muscles in the front of your leg. Exhale to prayer. Lengthen your spine, and then we're going to turn to the left now. So exhale. And rest your elbow on the outside of the knee. And then use your core to twist. Remember, not your upper body. Make sure that your butt's below your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, and bring your body forward and fold. Now we're going to go into Padasana, gorilla pose. So put your hands under your feet, bring your toes to wrist. I promise this isn't going to hurt. And then start bringing your back up, relieving your back, stretching out your hamstrings. Bring your butt up as high as possible. Straighten your legs. Let your head hang. It's a 10-pound weight, just let it hang. And breathe, under control. It's just yoga. Not a big deal. You need to breathe for your life here. Breathe under control. Let your hands out, carefully. And then bring your feet back together, so toes and then heels. Come and do a half lift. Forward fold. And jump back or walk back to a front leaning rest position or plank. Prepare for chaturanga, prepare to float, lower down. Flip your body into an up dog. Remember, using your lower body to do so. Lower body, press your tops of your feet against the mat and pick your body up off the ground. And then lower down and push back into a down dog, exhaling. Your feet should be about hip width distance when they're in the down dog. Your hands mat width distance or closer, it's preference. Pedal your feet out, you should be a lot more stretched out than you were when you just started. Right leg comes up. Forward to meet your hands. Exhaling. Spin your back foot down. So it's at a 45-degree angle. We're pointing to about 10 o'clock. And then rising up, coming to Warrior One. Take your hands on your hips. And again, pull this back. Pull your right hip back and pull your left hip forward. Your hips should be facing forward in Warrior One. Lift your toes off the ground. Engage your shin muscles. Pelvis is tilted slightly upward. Core is engaged. Bring your hands up. Make sure your back foot, make sure the outside of the back foot is pressing against the ground. You don't want it to come off. And you can squeeze. Squeeze your glutes here. Squeeze the muscles in your back foot, and that'll actually help you turn your body. Turn your body to face forward. Bend a little deeper into the pose here. We're going to go into something new. It's going to be called Humble Warrior. Hands come behind you. Interlace your fingers. Look up with your chest. Open your heart up. And then just fold forward in between this space right here. Shoulder comes to your knee. You're not pushing your knee open. Your knee stays in place. But you're just letting your weight hang here. You should feel a lot of pressure in your front leg. Just breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up. Come back into Warrior One. And lower your hands down. Spin your back foot. Bring your right leg up and back. Come to a front leaning rest position. Prepare to flow. Lower down. Chaturangas. Up dog. Engaging your lower back and your legs to do so. Push back into a down dog. About one big lion's breath here. Breathe in. Exhale, everything out. Tongue out. Bring your left leg up. Come to meet your hands. Exhaling. Spin your back foot so that's a 45-degree angle. Pointing to about 2 o'clock. Come up on your feet. Twist your hips. So grab your hips. Pull your left hip back. Pull your right hip forward. 90-degree angle in your front foot, and your knee, and your front leg, sorry. And then make sure your body's facing forward. Pelvis is tilted slightly upwards. Core is engaged. Reach your hands up. Couple breaths here. Go a little deeper into the pose. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, go deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, you can squeeze the back leg, and that'll help you bring your hips forward. Inhale. Exhale. Interlace your fingers at your back. So you interlace your fingers the opposite way you did last time. Just every finger shifts one over. Open your heart up, and then exhaling. Oh, don't fall. Bring your shoulder to your knee. And then keep your arms engaged here. If you can't interlace your fingers at your back like this, you can grab a towel, put something in your hand, a t-shirt, and then just hold it like that. Don't have one right here, but I do. Here we go. So if you can't engage your hands, if you can't interlace your fingers, just grab a towel and do this. If you can, interlace your fingers and reach down. We're gonna do 2 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Letting your head hang. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come to rise. Come back into Warrior 1. Inhale, exhale. Lower hands to feet. Spin your back foot. Left leg comes up, 3-legged dog, and come forward. Prepare to flow. Chaturangas, lower down. Up dog. And down dizzle. Right leg comes up. Inhaling and exhaling. Bring it to meet your hands. Spin your back foot so it's 90 degrees now. Come up into Warrior 2. Your hips should be pretty warmed up by now, so you should be able to just go right into it. Remember, your knee is pointing over your middle toe. You should be able to see your big toe right here, the 2 big toes on the outside. Your hips should be open toward the wall right here. Core should be engaged, pelvis tilted slightly upward. And then bring your hands up. Gaze straight over your middle finger. You've got a line from here to here. Pick your arms up just a little bit and do a little circle, and then set them down in your shoulders. You've got a long spine. Again, bringing your head up and out. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale and go a little deeper into the pose. Again, you should feel tension right on your inner thighs, right here. Go ahead and take your hands and just pull your thighs open so you know what that tension should feel like. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let your right elbow come to right knee. Bring your left hand up and over and reach. Imagine that you've got a line of energy coming from your left foot to the top of your left hand now. And your legs don't change here. Your lower body remains the same. And when you're in this position, you don't want to be leaning over like this. You don't want to be leaning back. Actually, you do want to be leaning back, sorry. You don't want to be leaning back and opening your heart up to the ceiling. as much as you can. Reaching this hand over. Make sure that your knee doesn't turn inward here, that it stays open. It stays pointed over your middle toe. One more breath. Exhale. Come back into a warrior two. Flip your hand. Prepare for reverse warrior. Put your back foot down your leg here. Or what I like to do, I like to put my hand here, my lower back, the outside of my hand on the lower back, and reach up and just exalt your warrior. Try to go as far back as possible while keeping your lower body remaining in the same position. Reach back. Feel a really nice stretch in your side body, right in the side of your right back. And exhale. Windmill your hands. Come with your hands feet between hands. Lift your right leg up and back into a three-legged dog. Go through a flow here. Come to the tops of your toes, lower down, chaturangas. Exhaling. Inhale, come to up dog. Using your lower body to bring your body up. And then exhale, pushing into down dog. Same thing, opposite side. Left leg comes up. Exhale. Bring it to meet your hands. Spin your back foot 90 degrees. Come up into warrior two. You're all ready to go. Your hips are already open. They're warmed up. So again, open your hips. Face your hips forward to the wall. To the side wall. Your knee is pointed directly over your middle toe. So again, take your hands and just pull your hips open here. So you know what it feels like. Pull your knee directly over your middle toe. Hands come up after you've engaged your core. Pelvis tilted slightly upward. Core engaged, facing side wall. You're looking straight over your middle finger in your left hand. Reaching back with your right hand at the same time. Your hands are in a line. And then breathe up a little bit. And sink your arms into your shoulders. And then extend your head up. Pull your head up. Just get a little taller in your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Elbow comes to the left knee. You're going to reach over like this. Extended side angle pose. Again, you've got a line of energy coming from your back foot all the way to your extended right fingers. Reaching up, making sure your heart's open to the sky here. Inhale. And as you exhale, come back to warrior two. Flip your hand. Bring your right hand to your back. And let it slide down your shin as you exalt your warrior. Come into reverse warrior. Doing a nice stretch in your side body here. Keeping your legs, keeping your lower body in the same position. Windmill your hands. Inhale, bring your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower down, chaturangas. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're over the flow portion. From here, we're going to go into our restorative poses. So a lot of just easy stretching here. The point of these stretches is to really just let your body do the work for you. Let gravity do the work. You're just going to surrender into the pose. So bring your right leg up. Inhaling, and then exhale, bring it to the outside of your right hand. Setting up for lizard pose. Lower your left knee. Flip your toes. Tops feet are on the ground. Reach your body out a little bit. And then as you breathe in, get as full lungs as possible. And as you breathe out, go a little lower. Bring your chest toward the ground. And eventually you want to end up with your forearms on the ground. So it's the way I like to do it. I like to bring my forearms as close as possible to the ground here. And then I use my left hand to lower myself down. Because if I just go like this, instantly, what's going to happen is I'm going to be overburdened to one side. And what I want to do is be in the middle. So, put your right hand as close to the ground as you can. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, go a little deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe in. Exhale. Come to your hands. Kind of root your back foot. Bring your right leg back into a three-legged dog. Reach it as high as you can, as extended as much as possible, and come back to a front leaning rest position. Now your left leg is going to come up. You're going to come forward, bring it to the outside of your left foot now. Lower your back knee, flip your toes, and start lowering into this. So as you inhale, lengthening your spine, as you exhale, going lower, bringing your forearms closer to the ground. And here, you want to remember to keep your knee close into your shoulder. You don't want your toe coming off the ground and you start to do one of these. You want to keep your foot planted on the ground and your knee in, close to your body. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can do this pose as long as you're breathing. It's not like you're doing a handstand or you're like holding a plank. You're just stretching here. You just breathe into it more. You just relax yourself and you can do it. If you start to feel sharp pain, come out of it a little bit. But if you're feeling tension, it feels a little weird, maybe you haven't done it before, it's probably because you haven't done it before. It's not because you're doing it wrong. Couple more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe in. Exhale. Come to your hands. Root your back foot. Come up to a three-legged dog. Plank. We're going to do one more stretch here. This is going to be a half pigeon. If you play hockey, you know what this is. This is really going to stretch your glutes really well. So bring your right leg up, and then bring your right knee to right elbow and your right foot to left hand, like this. You're going to lower your body down now, right in this. Make sure you're reaching your back foot, so your left foot should be reaching as far back as possible. And you're going to have, people are going to have different degrees of bend here. So the harder the pose you want to, the harder you want the pose to be, you're going to bring your foot up closer. So this foot's going to come up more. Don't just pull your foot up from here. If you want to get a deeper stretch, go back into the three-legged dog and do the whole motion again, bringing your foot closer this time. Then you're going to make sure that so you should be able to rest here in this position. And then when you get this position, when you're secure here, you're going to reach your hands up, reach your hands forward, and then start walking your body out, walking your hands out as far forward as possible. Just relaxing into this pose. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Stay in this position. Keep reaching your hands out. And just listen to what I'm going to say. So, the deeper you get your chest to the ground, so if you start to feel your abdominal hit your calf muscle, that's good. That's where you want to be. to get deeper into the stretch, so you get deeper into the stretch, you lower your body down. You also bring your hip farther back down. So you bring your body, so your right glute in this position should start to go lower to the ground. Just relax here. Just let your body weight, let gravity push you down. Couple more breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands back. Root your back foot. And then you're going to push up on your back foot and bring your right leg as far back as possible. Stretching it out, bringing it out from that contorted position that it was in, and extending it. Lower down. Bring your left leg up now. Inhaling and exhaling, bring your left knee to left elbow and your left foot to right hand. If you're feeling a sharp pain here, I'm going to show you some alternatives. If you feel sharp pain in your knee, that's typically where the pain would be. Your alternative stretch is just hugging your knee in. So there's two ways you can do this. This is level 1. If you're feeling extreme discomfort, I would do this one. If you want to try level 2, bring your left leg to your your lower right thigh on top, and then thread your hands through, reach around, grab your thigh here, and then pull in. But if you're not feeling pain with that, go back into the pigeon. And again, setting up a pigeon, make sure that your body's fine here in this position. If you're not here, don't go on. You don't want your foot twisted, you want it pointed in the same direction, straight back. And then lower your body down. Because I was rambling so much, we're not going to hold it that long because you've probably already been holding it for about a minute now. So let's do 5 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, just letting your body fall down here. Letting gravity do all the work. Reaching your hands out as far as you can. And letting gravity push your chest closer to the ground, push your hip closer to the ground. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Start walking your hands back. Root your hands, root your back foot, and then bring your left leg up and back as far as possible, getting it out of that contorted position that it was just in. Then come to a forward front leaning rest position here. Your hands directly over your shoulders. Your toes engaged, your heels pushing back. We're going to lower down slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Bring your hands back. Push up into a child's pose. So child's pose. Bring your knees to the edges of your mat. Sink back into your toes. So bring your hips back into your toes. And just reach forward. Deep breaths in and out. Come back to a tabletop position with your hands over your your hands over your shoulders, knees under your hips. Push up into a down dog, and we're just going to end things with one flow. So bend your knees, look forward, jump or step. Bring your hands to feet. Do a half lift. Forward fold. Come all the way up, reach your hands up as high as possible, long spine. Again, like you're holding the world right here, like you're Atlas. Is it Atlas? Greek mythology. I'm a bit of a nerd. Lower down, exhale. Half lift. Long spine. Forward fold. Prepare for chaturangas. Prepare to flow. Lower down, elbows tucked in tight. Up dog. Using your lower body and your lower back to do so. Not pushing up with using your pectorals, your triceps here. And then push back into a down dog. Exhaling. So thanks for watching today. I really appreciate it. I hope that you learned a lot. I knew I threw in some poses there that you may not have done that I haven't covered, but I hope that you were able to do them without hurting yourselves and realizing the benefits of the poses. In the coming weeks, I'm still going to post a lot of instructional videos. So I hope you watch those and you learn from them. I hope you find the benefits of yoga as I have. You can follow me on Twitter at manfulyoga, or I have a Facebook page at facebook.com/manfulyoga. Thanks for sharing your energy with me. Namaste.